Ji, obviously, Arnab, as you've been rightly saying, it's been 42 years. The politicians have failed in their task. And when you basically say that we are not part of the system, okay, we may not be legislators, but we are citizens. And as citizens, we do have a voice. So if our politicians haven't really been successful at tackling corruption, this movement.
I said, and let me repeat again, that I have no differences as far as the intent of Anna Hazare is concerned. I entirely agree with what he says.
Sir, you're skirting the issue. Sir, the issue is your government serious about tackling corruption, given the number of scams?
Of the bill, but the fact that, yes, I agree with the spirit of Anna Hazare.
No, sir, you're not answering the question.
The mechanism that he proposes is absolutely illegal and unconstitutional. And that cannot be acceded to.
No, you see, yes,
that's not what we asked. This is wrong. We're not asking for the bill as it is. We're asking for a joint drafting. And after the joint draft is made to be tabled, listen, we're not asking to accept our bill as it is. We are saying just let's jointly draft it and then place it before the select committee or place it before the House.
No, you cannot become the part of the drafting. You cannot become the part of the drafting committee. No, because you are not the part of legislature. You are not part of executive. Yes, we can seek your advice, we can seek your opinion, we can seek your suggestions. Yes, that of course you are welcome to come and give it to us.
No, purpose of democracy. Purpose of democracy is to be inclusive. The purpose of democracy is to be inclusive and not exclusive. Yes, Mahesh Jetpalani wants to come in. Purpose of democracy is to be inclusive. Then otherwise we can say nobody who is elected can have a voice or say in what's going on in this country
today. Purpose of democracy, even in the name of purpose of democracy, you cannot go on doing things which are not laid down in Constitution.
Not laid down. Okay, fine. Not laid down says, I don't understand a system of being laid down where the Lokpal will have its complaints from the people filtered by a politician, and after the decision is taken, the decisions of the Lokpal will also be sent to another politician. If the filtering process in the beginning and the end is a politician, and we know in this country where has the source of corruption been and what has been the source of political corruption, then people will simply say, you know, why disenfranchise the people? Empower the people, involve the people through their representatives. They were not in politicians.
The NSC, the National Advisory Council, has not rejected the bill.
Okay, Malika Sarabhai is coming in. Malika Sarabhai, yes, come in.
Arnab, there is another thing. Mr. Chaturvedi is talking about the responsibilities of various facets of the government, but they have obviously failed in their responsibilities time and time and time again.
Exactly.
Okay. Arnab, may I just say something?
Yes.
Arnab, you know, I don't want to get polemical in this debate and talk about the government having failed, etc. But surely Mr. Chaturvedi's theory on constitutional government and separation of powers has nothing to do with the issue at hand. Here is civil society, an outraged civil society saying, listen, we are up to our neck in corruption, right? We need a remedial mechanism. This is what we are suggesting. We are not usurping your powers, but we think you are rational, clear-headed rulers. We have elected you. We think you should welcome this bill.
The government has invited.
You are complete. You are speaking in two voices, Mr. Chaturvedi. You are a complete. I am afraid you are indulging in sophistry. Nobody is usurping your function. Nobody wants to usurp your function. Civil society, and that's an. This is not an elective democracy. This is a participant.
When I am saying, and the Prime Minister's office is inviting you for suggestions. I mean, what else do you want?
No, we
want my question. You will understand. You will understand if you care to listen to the opinions of others instead of your own voice.
Okay, now you see. Now we don't. Let's not.
This happens to be a participant.
Okay. Let's not.
This is a participatory democracy, not a merely elective one.
No, see, question is that you're making a point.
People in the Congress want to treat this government as an elective democracy and no accountability in between the 5-year period.
Mr. Jetpalani, tonight I must say, tonight let's not make it political. This is trying to chart the road forward. There has been a backdrop of scams, but my question is simply this. I think Ruben wants to come in, and Ruben represents a lot of young Indians, who took a day off from office today to express solidarity. Now, he's neither executive, nor are you legislature, Ruben, but I think legislature and executive are not above, people's will. Are they?
What is the use of governance if it is not citizen-centered? I mean, fundamental basis of democracy. And Satyavrat sir, with due respect, honestly, why can't the government not act? I mean, look, a person like Anna Hazare writes letters to the Prime Minister, writes letters to Sonia Gandhi. Now it is common public knowledge that the letters were ignored. If that's the case, if that's the way the government deals with a renowned social activist like Anna Hazare, who has led successful movements, people's movements in the past, then what chance in hell does a common citizen like me have?
I think also important point, Mr. Chaturvedi, as you yourself said, if Sonia Gandhi and the NSC themselves have strong views that this should happen, then is there some political cartel that does not allow it to happen?
Let me clarify the thing. Number one, government is not hesitant to talk to anybody on this matter, seek your advice, seek your opinion, seek your viewpoint. Absolutely clear, let me make it one. Number two, as far as Anna Hazare ji is concerned, he went to the Prime Minister, he met him. He discussed his points with the Prime Minister. Prime Minister and he had certain disagreements on certain issues. They did agree on the intent of it. But there are issues, I mean, you can't expect us or any government to agree entirely verbatim with what you say.
No, what they are saying.
Now, there are other instruments of governments. This legal opinion has to be sought on various issues. Sometimes it may appear to be very good suggestion, but legally it may have its own implications.
When can we see the government act?
Have to be weighed incorporating them into a draft bill. So I think, Rubin, I don't disagree with what you are saying. I don't disagree with all the panelists who want that there should be an effective law. I am the first person to vouch for it, that an effective law is required where politicians should not have, I am not going into the merits of the bill, but where politicians should not have the right to scrutinize their own deeds.
When we saw
there has to be an independent mechanism, and all these issues were the fundamental issues because of which the NSC, the National Advisory Council, rejected the bill.
Mr. Chaturvedi,
but you can't dictate.
No dictate. Mr. Chaturvedi, I'll only say, if there is a will, there will be a bill. And we know how many times this bill died a silent death because of the dissolution of the Lok Sabhas. If there is a will, there will be a bill. Anna Hazare has the will. We'll see if there's going to be a bill.
Arnab, don't doubt the will and don't doubt the bill.
No, tonight I'm not sure of the will. And as far as the bill is concerned, it's there, but only on paper. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on that debate tonight.